Hi Generals, it's Miss Slava. We're starting our new project entitled My Sugar Skull. So let's get started. Open up Adobe Illustrator, create new, and we're going to set the dimensions to 8.5 inches by 11 inches. Make sure that you have inches selected or you're going to have huge problems. Name the board your name underscore My Sugar Skull. Create. Now that we have our artboard, we're going to place the image that we saved into My Sugar Skull into the project. And I said place because that's the word you're going to look for under File. File, Place, Image. So we're going to place it here, and we are just going to make sure that the selection tool is selected, and we're just going to drag it out to make sure it's nice and big on our artboard, filling up the whole space. Go ahead and click Layers. If you do not see layers right here, you're going to go to Window, and you're going to click Layers to show the layers. We're going to make a copy of this image layer just in case we mess up. We'll have it there to fall back on. Go ahead and select the eye to hide it. And now we are ready to start tracing. We are going to use a couple of new tools. The first tool that I'm going to explain is the curvature tool. So not the pen tool, but the curvature tool. We want to turn off the fill, and we want to put the stroke to 4. Okay, black stroke, 4 points. Now we are ready to start tracing. In order to zoom in, you press Control+, and you can just scroll up, and you can also scroll to the side. And now we're ready. So click, click, click. You can see how this tool works. Yeah, we'll really like this one. Just curving all the way around. And the easiest way to get off of the pen tool is to select P. You would continue to trace all the way around the skull, but because of time, I stopped there. So now I want to go back to the regular pen tool, and you want to start somewhere, but we are going to trace each individual shape so that we can fill it. The key to this is you have to make them connect back, and I'll show you what I mean. So starting with the pen tool, we can zoom in on the cross. Now I'm going to trace the cross. Click, and see how this line really isn't that straight? If you select Shift, it's definitely going to be straight. You come down, press Shift to straighten up to make sure it's a directly 90-degree angle. Click, Shift, click. See how it's not straight? When I hit Shift, it becomes straight. And you just keep on coming around the cross, just like so. You're done when you come back to the very first anchor point that you started, and now the cross is completely traced. And you can test it out to make sure that you've connected all the anchor points by selecting it, and then you can change the fill to any color you would like. Another cool tool is under the pen tool, you have the anchor point. You have the Add Anchor Point tool. So you click the Add Anchor Point, and then I want to add an anchor point right here, and I want to add an anchor point right here. Why? Because those parts of the heart are curved. It's not a straight line. So you add an anchor point there, and then you go to the Anchor Point tool, and you can sort of adjust these just a little bit So that's just like a little bit curved. You don't need a lot of adjustment here. Okay? And I'll show you a better example of that right here on this heart. So you go to the pen tool, click and hold to see all the tools underneath the pen tool. And the pen tool, as you know, it can be a little bit frustrating. But you click everywhere that you would like an anchor point. So you click all around your heart. And you make sure you close it up by clicking the first anchor point. And now if I select the anchor point tool, then I can come over here and I can round these out a little bit to change it to make it look like a better heart. And as you can see, it's sort of smoothing out, and it takes practice. So don't get frustrated if it's not perfect the first time around. You can always start over, erase it, and it's a little bit more rounded. Okay, so that's a good start. There'll be another tutorial, but that will get you started for now. You're going to trace everything around, ensuring that every section is all the way around, starting from the first anchor point and ending at the first anchor point. I've showed you a little bit about the anchor point tool. You can manipulate each little anchor point to make maybe a more smooth curve. You can add an anchor point if you need to in the pen tool. And then also I showed you the cool curvature tool. So I hope you have fun, and I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you.